Hey, what's up, y'all? It's that guy B again.
It's that girl Shay.
And listen, y'all, we just came on, and it's something that we said we're gonna start doing, and we're gonna actually start sharing some things, um, relationships things, just different topics surrounding relationships that we can share, and what works for us, what doesn't work for us, and just try to be transparent about things that's going on as well. Um, and this is our first one, so y'all bear with us. My wife is tired; she's been working today. I'm tired; I've been working today. But I think it's very important for us to get out there and share information, especially to young couples who might be experiencing some difficult times in their marriage, because we did too growing up in our marriage. And but we'll get into that. But anyway, okay, a little bit about ourselves. Honey, you want to talk? You want to say anything before we?
But a little bit about herself.
Yeah. Okay. So, for instance, I'll start it off. Then you piggyback. So, me and Shay, we've been married now for
25 years in August.
huh
25 years in August.
25 years in August. We've been married for 25 years. Um, we okay. So we knew each other in high school.
No, we did.
What?
I didn't know you.
Did you see me?
No.
You never seen me in high school.
I saw you one time. That's when you said something to me, but I
Oh,
didn't reckon. I didn't. Other than that, no.
okay, so maybe we weren't associates, but we made contact in high school, right? So we knew each other, but we just weren't associates. So don't get on you playing me, getting on here playing me like that. Like, no, we didn't know. Anyway, we knew each other in high school. Both of us were in JROTC, and I never forget where were we at when I first seen you. I make
I
kind of
was in class.
huh.
I was in class.
So you
It
were
was the end of class, and me and my
yeah.
friend was getting ready to take the attendance over to the inside of the high school building because the ROTC building was on campus, but it was outside of the school building.
Okay, that's right. So I seen you standing in front of the class, right? And look, y'all, this was so funny because now watch this, baby. Don't smack me.
I remember that.
And she don't remember this, but listen, I always tell her, she was tore up.
I
Now
don't remember that.
she was tore up. I'm serious. So her hair was all messed
I
up.
don't remember that.
She had on a long t-shirt, I think some blue jean pants,
I had on some overalls.
or some overall. They were blue jeans though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. So she had on some overalls. I couldn't see the straps underneath the t-shirt, but anyway, she had on some overalls, and she had on some Jordans. She looked like a tomboy. I don't want to say a dude, but dudeish. And but I seen her, and I seen her eyes. She has the most beautiful eyes, gorgeous eyes. I seen her eyes, and I was like, oh man, ooh, man, she. It's something about her. Cause she wasn't made all up. She didn't have makeup on or anything like that. But it was just something about her. And she only weighed what, 100 pounds,
No, a
soaking wet.
buck 05.
She was a buck 05 man, soaking wet though. And I was like, it was just something about it. I was like, oh. So anyway, we kind of joked around. It was during the military ball time, and she didn't have a date. I didn't have a date. I was looking for a date. Not sure if she was looking for a date or not, but it came up. Well, I guess think one of her friends actually, well, who you going with or something like that, and she was like, I ain't going with nobody. I happened to hear this, and I was like, hey, I'll take you. And she thought I was joking, and I was for real. I was so serious. She thought I was joking. Anyway, it played off, and opportunity missed. And that I graduated that year and didn't see her anymore until about a year later. I'm in my freshman year of college, and she's a senior, right? And she's just so happened to be working in Myers. Now, at this time, I had a big kiddie pool and I stayed with my parents in the basement. It was a big kiddie pool, and it was full of piranha. So I would go to Meyer to purchase the goldfish that I would feed my piranha. She so happened to be in there working in the line, and I said, man, this is my opportunity. And so I went and purchased my goldfish, and her line was full of people. There were empty lines that were up there, but I went to her line, and I had people, hey, come over here. I'm sorry. No, I'm good right here. This is my favorite line. This is my favorite line. And I stayed there. All these empty lines, her lines, and I happened to walk up. Anyway, got to my turn, and I was, I told her, I spit my little game. I was like, what up? Hey, what up? And she was like, hey. No, and not. It was like, it was effortless. She was like mesmerized.
No, I wasn't.
She was like, hey. No. And I was like, oh, okay, what's up? But anyway, so no, sure, I'm tripping. So I asked, I was like, hey, I've been, I liked you in high school. You know what she was like? When I was like, I liked you in high school. Then I was like, hey, can I get your number? And what you say? Come on, what you say?
I don't remember.
Effortless. She was like, bing. There you go.
No.
Well, you don't remember, so I can tell it the way I want to. So anyway, I got those digits, and we've been kicking it ever since. I think we broke up one time dating, and we've been together ever since. Now, there's a lot more to that story over 25 years, and we'll get into some of that later on when we're doing other videos. But right now, we just want to give you a brief description of who we are. Baby, do you want to say anything up to this point? Because I've been clowning you, and if you're going to be quiet, homeboy, that guy B, he going to clown you. So this is your chance to redeem yourself. What's up? Let's go! Let's go, Boston.
Seriously.
Okay, my fault. Go ahead, baby.
See, the thing when people clown you is not to react. I'm just saying, because if you react, it either shows if it's true. It really shows that it's true. But when you don't react, it's like, okay, you say whatever you gonna say. Could be true, could not be true. But some of that, especially all that he was talking about, me being at the cash register, hey. People that know me, that ain't me.
She was like, hey. Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say, but he know what I was gonna say. Anywho, I'm not that hey type of person. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Especially I'm up there ringing up your items and stuff like that. I'm not gonna be like, hey,
because it was me though.
Unless you like Morris Chestnut,
or
Idris Elba.
Hey, whoa!
Then I'll be like,
hold up. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do it. No, we're not about to do that.
But
no,
I was like, hey, how you doing?
See,
that was it.
Okay.
I didn't. Because it was not. No, that will be for Idris.
Idris wasn't even a movie star then.
Well,
so
wherever Idris was at.
Okay, whatever. All right, go ahead.
It would have been.
Okay, whatever.
But it was like, hey, how you doing? That was pretty much the conversation. That was it. Because I ain't say nothing else after that. I was ringing his stuff up because I was trying to hurry up to move down to the other register because they was moving me down to another register. So I was trying to hurry up and get my customers done because me and my best friend of 25 years, we was pretty much the fastest cashiers at Meyer back in our day. So I was trying to hurry up, move the customers along so I can go help down at the other end. This guy B decides that he wanted to ask me for my phone number, but another customer came up behind him. So he was like, I'll be right back. He goes to grab some goldfish. So at a certain time, your register at in the evening time, at a certain time, I want to say around 8 o'clock, I believe, your register, if you suspend the order, your register locks. So I suspended his order, and I'm getting ready to wait on the other person, but my register locked. So I had to call one of my supervisors to come unlock my register. So I see this guy B get in my line again, and I'm like, my register already locked, and now here you come again. Why can't you go to somebody else's register? So then he comes back in line. My supervisor came down, unlocked my register. He comes in, and he goes, well, the reason why I did that because I want to ask you for your phone number. You got a boyfriend? And I was like, well, kind of, sort of. We're on the verge of breaking up, but anywho, here you go. So then he gets the number.
Whoa, wait. Let's not downplay that.
It was like that.
Don't downplay that.
Most definitely like that. Now that I remember.
Whoa, okay. You know what? That's a conversation at another time. We can go there. We're going to say that for another
So then he leaves his bags there. So I'm like, man, now I got to chase this dude out the door because he left his bags here.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I didn't even go in there really for the fish. I went in there for her. So yeah, I forgot about my fish.
So I'm like, now I got to chase him out the door to go give him his stuff, his items.
She chased me out the door.
Because no. Anywho, so I didn't even run. I did like a brisk walk, walk out the door. And when I got to the second doors, you know, after you walk out the first set of doors, it's the second set. When I got to those, he was coming back in. So I was like, "You forgot your bag," and he was like, "Oh, I meant to do that." Because I just want to see you again.
That's what she did.
No,
that's
what he did.
Let's go. Let's go.
So anywho, then he didn't call me for like 3 days.
Hey,
but I wasn't worried.
Oh, really? Wow. Hey, come on, fellas. Y'all know, just like I know, when you get them digits the first time, you don't go right home and you don't pick up the phone and call. You don't go home and pick up the phone after you get the number and you be like, hey girl, I was just, I'm just calling. You don't do that. You don't call for about 3-4 days. You let her be on a wonder. Like, wait a minute, he asked me for my phone number and he ain't calling me. You want her to be like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want her to be, you call the first day and she be like, I got that. No, what? Oh, yeah, okay. You have her on a wonder. So I went like 4 or 5 days before I called. That way, when I called, she was like, oh, I didn't think you was going to call me. Hey.
Again, he know what I want to say, but because it's YouTube and social media, I won't say it.
What?
But him no.
No, him don't. But okay, you know what? Let's keep going. Go ahead. So
it's your turn.
Okay, so that's how we met. Anyway, here we are 25 years later. That's how we met. Go ahead.
He begged me to be his girlfriend, y'all.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Tell that story then. Go ahead. We got a few minutes. Go ahead. What you mean I begged you to be your girlfriend? What that mean?
You did.
How I begged you to be my girlfriend? What that mean?
Because I told you I wasn't ready. I didn't want to be in a relationship yet. And you was like, please be my girlfriend. I promise I'll treat you right. I promise I won't treat you right.
So I was begging?
Cause we was out.
You telling me I was down?
We was out with Matthew and his girlfriend. Matthew,
you called names?
I ain't say his last name.
You act like I was down on bended knee. I was not down on bended knees. I was down on bended knees. Tell me I was down on bended knees. Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Tell it. Tell your story. I'm listening. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. You got it. Go ahead. Holler at your boy.
It's gotta be. So he did. He begged me to be his girlfriend, and I was like, no, I'm not ready to be in a relationship right now. Just want to focus on finishing school and get ready to go to college. Blase. So, as you can see, we married, right? So obviously, I became his girlfriend.
Hold it. Let's go back. Since you telling everything, let's go back to this begging moment, okay? To this begging moment.
Baby, I'm begging, baby, I'm begging, begging,
okay.
baby.
All right. Well, let's go back to the begging moment. Tell them what happened during that so-called begging moment. Tell them what happened. Did you get a sign? Did you get a sign?
So, what happened?
But I'm begging.
What had happened was we was at the beach, so it was like a double date thing. But the other couple went their way, we went our way. So we was down on the beach, down by the water, and it was becoming nighttime. So the sun hadn't already set, and it, the stars was taking their positions. So he asked me again. He was like, "Will you be my girlfriend?" And I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "If some flash pass in the sky, then yeah."
Wait a minute, what that mean? If something pass.
If something fly past in the sky, whether it was a bird, whatever.
But hold up, be dramatic like you always be. I was looking for a shooting star.
No, I wasn't.
I was looking for a star to fall.
I was not.
Because it was such a
romantic. I wasn't looking for anything.
It was a romantic moment.
I wasn't looking for anything.
And I really wanted to let myself loose.
I was not looking for anything. But what happened was, after I said it, a few minutes later, a falling star comes flashing. And I was like, well, and he had his back turned towards the water. I was looking towards the water. And I was like, whoa, did you see that? And he was like, see what? I was like, something went flying past in the sky real fast. And he was like, it wasn't meant for me to see. It was meant for you to see, because you asked God that if it was meant for us to be together, let something flash past in the sky.
And she did say that. She said that. If it's meant for us to be together, I will see something flash past in the sky. Now hold up, just 1 minute. Now hold that thought. Now I'm gonna bring something up. Now y'all know as well as I know that's an excuse. Cause she wanted to be with me all along. Okay, she wanted to be with me all along.
Yeah.
Cause guess what? We out there on Lake Michigan, on the beach. We talking about miles and miles of beach area. All this open sky. Okay? And you telling me you ain't gonna see something fly by? You ain't gonna.
That's if I see a shark jump out the water.
You gonna listen. You're guaranteed to see something at some point, because we was out there a long time. You guaranteed to see something go by. So you know what that tells me? She wanted. She wanted me the whole time. If I see some flash by, or if I see some fly by, then it's for us to be together. Really? Come on, man. You wanted me. Don't act like you didn't want me.
I'm not a man.
Come on, baby. You wanted me. I don't care what you say. You want it, but you can do what you want. You can do what you want. You can do that. You can do that. Okay, we can do that. So anyway, go ahead. I just want to make that point.
I'll give you your accolades.
Go ahead, baby. No, go ahead. I want to say it. So you see something flash by, and what happened?
So I seen something flash by, and ouch.
Oh, sorry.
At that moment, I was like, okay, I'll be your girlfriend.
So you only was my girlfriend based upon that? So you really, your heart wasn't into it? You was just only...
I mean, I really did like him and stuff like that. Let me tell y'all what hate is. He was the hate. Because literally every Friday, and my mom can attest
Hey, wait a minute,
this.
hold up. That's a discussion for another time. Okay? Because that's actually another discussion for ways to keep the relationship.
That's why he cut me off.
Ways to keep the relationship hot. Anyway, so we'll revisit that, baby. I'm not trying to cut you off. We do got to move, because we got some topics to talk about. Anyway, so here we are today, and she's been my best friend. We've had some up and down, some rocky moments, and we're gonna get into those moments at some other discussions, stuff that we're going to be transparent about, because that's the only way you really can reach out and help people that are experiencing the same things. All right, so Baby, let me ask you one question. We're gonna deal with one little small topic tonight. We're gonna be real quick. We try to do about 30 minutes of this for each episode, if you want to call it. We try to do 30 minutes of this, and we're almost our time will be up here shortly. But listen, honey, I got one question to ask you, just so we can just start to break the ice. The break the ice kind of question. What is one thing? What's one important thing in a relationship? What is give me something that you feel is very important to any relationship.
Communication.
You gotta say it louder.
Communication.
Okay, so communication, and I'm piggybacking and riding off of that. I think communication is very important as well. Okay, baby, what is communication? What is communication?
What we doing right now? Talking.
Yeah, but I thought you had a definition
Um.
for what communication
Shut up.
actually is. So she about to pull up the definition of what communication is. So we all know, but this is actually what they describe communication to be. Go ahead.
The imparting or exchanging of information or news. The successful conveying or sharing of ideas and feelings.
Say that again.
The successful conveying or sharing of ideas and feelings.
Ideas and feelings. Whoa, that's deep right there. Okay, so we know what the definition of communication is. So always relaying information back and forth to each other. For I'm a sports fanatic, love basketball, love football, and I'm actually right now looking at this Milwaukee and Boston game. I'm not a fan of either one, but I'm a fan of Boston right now because I do like these guys. My team is Brooklyn Nets. They're not in it. Boston actually put them out, but I'm rooting for Boston right now because I like Jason Tatum. I like Jalen Brown. I like Marcus Smart. I like them guys. Al Horford. I like them guys. Guys doing a good job. Anyway, so it's like in a basketball game, basketball players communicate with each other when a screen is coming, or something like that. They communicate and let them know, hey, you got somebody coming up on your left, on your right, blah, blah, blah. They communicate all the time. That way everybody knows what's going on around them. Communication keeps airways open. It doesn't leave anything hidden or closed. It's a free-flowing dialogue between people. So communication is very important. In football, a football fanatic. I played football. Football, communication, making sure everybody knows their job and know exactly what's going on offensively and defensively. It's very important to communicate. In the military, if you shut down the ability to communicate, you do not have a defense or offense. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I didn't cut it off. I know that's my uncle called me about the game. But anyway, so communication is very important, right, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so baby, let me ask you this question because I know me and you, we've been dealing with this a long time, and I've learned to deal with it because it's not the same for everybody. So, baby, let me ask you this question: um, when is it important to communicate? So when is a good time for communication? Is it important to communicate all the time? What? I guess. Okay, no, you explain it. You explain it because she's going to explain because I'm not saying it right. But go ahead. For instance, when we have a disagreement or something like that, she'll get upset at me. I'm the kind of person I want to talk about it right now because I don't like, to leave a situation undone or friction between the two. I like to deal with it right now. What about you, babe?
I don't like to deal with it right then because when I'm mad, I'm mad. When I'm mad, I'm mad, and I don't want to talk about it.
Hot.
And I don't want to talk about it right then because I'm in my feelings right now, and I don't want to say something that I will regret later. So I rather just go off to myself and be alone for a little while to think about it and analyze the situation at hand, because sometimes when you get mad at each other or a situation, sometimes it be over something dumb and you just reacted different, because sometimes sometimes we don't listen to respond. We listen to I think I just got that wrong. But we listen to react, not respond. So when a person is going off on, when you're in a heated argument, you're not listening to find a reason to it. You're listening so you can respond back to them. So notice when you arguing with somebody and they go nyeh, 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 and you waiting for just that brief pause so you can say what you gonna say back to them. So most of the time, and that would be me, because I wouldn't be listening to nothing he's saying. I want to get my point across, and I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and when I say what I'm gonna say, I said what I said. And so when I say what I'm gonna say after you then did your little pause, I'm not going to stop. I'm just gonna keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, because I need to get my point across. So with that being said, I like to just go off and be by myself for a minute.
But
even if I gotta leave, I like to just be by myself.
But babe, do you eventually come back and you talk about it?
I do eventually come back and talk about it, but then at that moment though, when I do come back, I'm more calm and ready to talk about it. Gotcha. At that moment. That's the same way when you have children. You know, you shouldn't discipline your children when you're angry. Go somewhere and take a brief pause, and then come back and discuss the situation.
And see, I'm gonna tell y'all, she helps me out a lot in that area, because first of all, with me and her, I had to learn, really, I had to learn that, okay, first of all, my wife is not me, she's different. And I had to learn how to deal with her level of communication. I don't even want to say level of communication, but her way of communicating. And because I used to be frustrated in the beginning of our marriage, I was frustrated, I was upset, because I want to talk about it now. I can't do this right here.
And see, I don't want to talk about it, because I have anger issues. I really do. I can go from 0 to 100 very quickly. So I've been working. I have with the grace of God, I know how to handle when I'm starting to feel myself get really upset. So I know what it takes for me to calm myself down without going into a rage. Even when I'm at work, some people make me upset, and now I'm to the point where I try to avoid confrontation, because I know how I can get. So by avoiding confrontations with people, I just simply walk away. I just take a walk.
But she and I'm gonna tell you, and it's vice versa, because she had to learn how to deal with my way of communicating as well. So it's sometimes that we will sit down and we'll discuss different things right then and there. But then there's some things where we don't right now, because I know her way of communicating. I'll give her some time, because like she said, man, it just ain't that time. And in the heat of the moment, when people emotions are flaring and people are upset, you might say some things that's going to affect the other person, and it's just going to be a mess. So I've learned over years how to deal with my wife's way of communicating, and she's learned how to deal with mine. So we kind of meet in the middle. Certain things we know we deal with now, and there's certain things we know we deal with later. But most importantly, we deal with them. That, I think, is more important than anything, is dealing with them.
Because one thing you don't want to do, because we are Christians, we do go to church, and we do believe in God. One thing you don't do is you don't go to bed angry, because now people are you can blink an eye and somebody passes away. So the thing about it is, and even before, is you don't want to go to bed angry, because if you go to bed angry, what if that person passes away in their sleep? You'll never have a chance to tell that person that you're sorry. And that's a weight that you will carry on your shoulders for the rest of your life, because all you're going to be saying is, I wish I could have said this, or I wish I could have said that. So it's very important to, taking time away for a minute is okay. But when you come back, it's time to reason. The Bible say, come, let us reason together. So we will come and we'll reason with each other and we'll get that thing settled. Now, am I still upset? Yeah, sometimes I do still be upset. I do talk about it, but sometimes I still be upset.
For weeks, for months, she'll talk about it. She will, but that's another discussion. Anyway, so in babe, I think that's good advice for anybody. You know, whether people are, you know, are dating or in they're married or whatever, wherever you are, it's good advice for everybody. For the communicating with each other. And then also another thing I want to bring up is the children. My wife helped me out in the area too. Hey, we are empty nesters. We are empty nesters. We've been empty nesters now for about a year or so, right? We got 3 children. Our oldest, she's a nurse, a registered nurse, and now just got her first contract as a travel nurse. We've got our second oldest. He's a retired military Marine. And then we've got our baby boy, who's up in Big Rapids, Fair State. And so we're empty nesters. All we got is this right here. Come here, mama. Come here, mama. Come here, baby. Come on. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here, papa. Come here, papa. Come on, papa. Come here, papa. Come here, papa. Come here, papa. Come here, papa. This our baby. This big 60-pound big head. This is what we got at home right here. This is all we got right here. So we happy with that. All right, baby. All right, get that. So anyway, she helped me with the children because I would get upset and sometime at the boy, especially if the boy is not at my baby, not at my daughter. That's my princess. I ain't get upset at her too much at all. But the boys, and she would be like, you know what? You don't need to do nothing right now. You need to take a break, go somewhere, think about it, and pray. Don't say, because it was sometimes hey, I had to throw some hands. And I love my son.
And my boys, my daughter is too. My daughter is my baby. But the boys are mama's boys, and the girls are daddy's girls, and she's literally a daddy's girl. So the boys, I come to their rescue. I come to my daughter's rescue too, but she already got him wrapped, so I ain't too much I gotta do for her with him.
That's daddy, baby.
But with the boys,
they my babies too. But
them my babies.
Daughter, that's my baby.
And I will come fend for them.
They my dogs.
I will fend for them.
So she taught me that, and I and every time now and then, and they grown, but every now and then she'd be like, "Hey, stop." I'd be like, "Woo-saw, okay." Woo, okay. So anyway, just the way we communicate with each other and how we've learned to understand our means or our ways of communicating is very important, and that's very important. Just always keep an open line of communication, no matter what it is. Keep it open. If it's things that you don't like, say that. If it's the things that you like, continue to just reiterate those things. Talk about them all the time. If you don't tell somebody what it is you don't like, how are they supposed to know that you don't like it? If there's things that you do like, continue to encourage in those areas, because now that's our way of discovering and learning each other.
And when even if you have to reiterate it to them, sometimes they won't get it right, and sometimes it's just them. That's who they are, and you have to accept that.
What that mean?
That's for a later date on another time, because I gotta go to work in the morning. I gotta be up early, and I ain't got time to go down that whole list of things.
What? Wait a minute. Hold on. A whole list of things. Okay.
So
I got a list too. Just
that
to let
being
you know.
said, we gonna end that one. But you do. Sometimes you just gotta take them for who they are and be like, okay, that's just them. They not baggage. Gonna change. Yeah. That's the luggage that they. Every time you try to throw that thing out their luggage, it end up in like a whoopee. So it end up back in their luggage.
So baby, what you saying is some things that are just part of that person, part of their makeup of who they are, their character. That's their who they are. Their character. That's just who they are. That's who they're going to be. And it's just some things because I love this individual. There's some things I'm just going to have to deal with. Now that's kind of deep, but notice I said some things that we just have to deal with because that's just the makeup of that person. And no matter how hard you work on it, just some things about them aren't going to change. Now, some of those things we'll work on, but some of those things, they're just not going anywhere. But that's where love comes in at. And love allows us to look past that and kind of like deal with those things and be like, okay, you know what?
We look past it, but we be peeking back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm glad you honest about that. I'm glad you letting them know you being transparent. God bless you. He's brought you a long ways. Yes. All right. But hey, y'all, listen. We're not gonna hold y'all up. I think we went a little bit over, but we dealt with communication tonight. Just kind of broke the surface just a little bit. But we're gonna get into some more conversations here in the future. We're gonna converse about these things and just kind of talk about some things that we deal with in marriage, in a marriage, in a relationship, and ways to get better in those areas, and also share the bad times, because if it wasn't for the bad, would we be where we are right now? I don't think so. I don't think we would be where we are right now if it wasn't for the bad. So, it's always, it seems like it's very easy to say when it's good, when everything's going good. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Lord. Yeah. But when the bad comes, we don't want to say, oh, yeah. Thank you, Lord. Because even in bad times, there's some good there. It's just we got to find them. We got to find it, learn from the bad. Because that's actually the good in the bad is learning from it. That way I can be better, the next time. I can be better for the next person. We can be better for each other. That's the good and the bad, So, hey, y'all, we just want to share this with you all. Me and my wife have a lot of fun together. That girl, Shay, listen, she get on my nerves sometimes.
Sit on mine.
I knew that was coming, but that's okay. Because if I'm sitting on them, that means I get up sometime and you be all right? Does that make sense?
I don't know. I think you sit on it and then it get pinched a little bit after you get
up. So it still be pinched when I get up?
Sometimes.
Your back was messed up before I even sat on it.
Whatever.
You got back issues. But anyway, y'all, listen. God bless you all. Follow us, follow the page, and subscribe. All right. My live or die. Y'all know that's a health thing that I deal with. My wife joining me too. So we trying to get healthy so we can live longer with each other.
I like food. And let's be transparent.
Yeah. You know what? We all like food, but we know we trying to live.
And
listen,
snacks.
We about to be grandparents. Ooh, maybe I'm sharing something a little too early. A little too early. Maybe a little too early. But that's okay. We're about to be grandparents. And guess what? We want to live to see those grandchildren prosper and do great things. So we got to make some adjustments in our lives in order to be able to see those things. But those are some of my...
It's not our daughter either.
No, I wasn't going to say who it was. It ain't even important. I don't even care. All I care about is that the baby comes here healthy. Mm-hmm. All right. So anyway, some of my videos are, you'll see that some of the healthy things that I've recorded, and it's gonna be a lot more.
You might not never see nothing healthy about me.
Yeah, yes you will. She gonna jump on board. Hey, listen, y'all. God bless. This is that guy B.
This that girl Shay.
Peace out. See y'all later.